Yo, what is going on, everybody? And today we have one of my favorite days of the year. I am back with another video, and today is prediction day. It is Labor Day. Football starts on Thursday. We are officially at game week, and it is season prediction day. This will be a little bit of a longer video. I'm kind of going to take you through the weeks, predict the games, and eventually predict my Super Bowl winner week by week, division by division, and we're going to go through every team's record and predict the winner. If you guys enjoy this, please like. It's going to be a longer video. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications if you enjoy the channel. Subscribers are very appreciated. And let's get right into it. It's going to be a long video, probably upwards to 30 minutes. So we're going to get through this and we're gonna do it. So week one, we have our game that is taking place on Thursday, Ravens Chiefs. These are my week one picks. I'm gonna upload an official week one pick video later in the week, probably on Wednesday. I'm gonna have videos 3 days in a row. Today, season predictions, tomorrow, NFL award predictions, and Wednesday, week one picks. So I am so excited. It's football season. I love it. I love it. The best season of the year, the best sport in the world. And yeah, Week one, Ravens Chiefs. I'm taking Kansas City at home to open on opening night. Mahomes at home, banner night, Super Bowl, the night their defending champs win on week one against Baltimore. I'm taking my Bengals against New England at home. Jacksonville, Miami, a very tough game to pick. It's September Miami Dolphins, which is the thing that's like the Miami Dolphins in September with Tyreek Hill and Tua are hard to bet against. I'll take the Dolphins at home. I'm thinking about the Jaguars in that game though. Texans Colts. I am gonna take Indianapolis at home. I think at home revenge for the Week 18 game last year. Give me the Colts. Raiders Chargers. I'm gonna take Vegas. Um, Jim Harbaugh's first game as a Charger. I'm gonna take Gardner Minshew and Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams always goes off against the Chargers. Caleb Williams wins his first start. Atlanta at home. Buffalo at home. Okay, now we got a little bit of an upset. I'm taking the Denver Broncos on the road against the Seattle Seahawks in Bo Nix's first start. I'm taking Dallas against Cleveland. No Nick Chubb for the Browns. Deshaun Watson, prove it season. Can he do it? Um, and Jets Niners, the Monday night game. No Trent Williams potentially if they don't get a deal done this week before Monday. But I'm still going to take the Niners at home. Brandon Ayuk, fresh off the extension. I'm going to take the Niners at home in Rodgers' first game back. Packers Eagles in Brazil on Friday night. I'm going to take Philadelphia. I think they're back to their peak form. I think they're going to be a big contender in the NFC. I'm going to take New Orleans at home. Oof, Sam Darnold. This is a tough game right here for me. Jettis and Jordan Addison, though. I can't bet against those guys. Give me Minnesota, even with Darnold, JJ McCarthy being out for the year. And I'll take Tampa and I'll take Detroit. So those are my week one picks right there. My official week one picks: Kansas City, Cincinnati, Miami, Indianapolis, Vegas, Bears, Falcons, Bills, Broncos, Cowboys, Niners, Eagles, Saints, Vikings, Bucks, Lions are my week one picks. We go to week two. At home, Thursday night football. I'm going to take the Dolphins. It's a September Dolphins. I'll say it again. They're always good. Hmm. Jets, Titans. I could see Titans pulling off an upset. I'll take the Jets. I'll take the Jags at home against the Browns. I'll take the Ravens. I'll take the Steelers. And I know it sucks. It sucks to play the Chiefs in Arrowhead week two. The early season Bengals always start off a little slow. I'm gonna take Kansas City at home. Um, Indy in Green Bay. I'm gonna take Green Bay. Ooh, I feel like I could see Carolina upsetting in this game. I feel like I could see Carolina upsetting, but I'm gonna take the Chargers. I'm gonna take the Patriots at home against Seattle. I'm not a big believer in Seattle. I like the Mike McDonald hire, but I'm not a big believer in that defense. Uchenna Nwosu will be out a few weeks. Not a big believer there. Boye Mafe is a good pass rusher, but it's for another day. Houston at home on Sunday Night Football. Ooh, Niners, Cowboys. These two teams, Giants commies, always play each other close. I'll take Jaden Daniels to get his first win in Washington. I'll take Detroit. Ooh, I'll take the Rams. That could be a close game, and I'll take Philly. Pats, Jets, Thursday night football. I'll take the Jets. The Pats always get them once, though. I'm probably gonna take the Pats in New England. Hmm. Chargers, Steelers. I'll take Pittsburgh at home, and I'll take. Ooh, I'm not the biggest Bills believer either. I'm not the biggest Bills believer without Stephon Diggs there now, but that's tough. I feel like the Jags have Josh Allen's number. They're 2-0 against him. They beat him in London last year and they beat him 9 to I feel like the Jags have Josh Allen's number. I feel like the Jags have Josh Allen's number. I'm gonna take Jacksonville. I'm gonna take Tennessee at home. I do think the Titans could be a sneaky wild card team. I think they'll be middle of the pack, 7, 8, 9 wins this year. And that's where I think they'll hover. I think Brian Callahan was a good hire. As a Bengals fan, I know him well. I think he could be a good OC. Will Levis, they brought in a lot of talent, so I think they'll be pretty good. Houston, Minnesota. I'll take Houston. Obviously, McCarthy out for the year. It's Darnold all year. Chicago and Indy. I'll take Chicago. I'll take Tampa. I'll take Cleveland. I'll take Miami to start the season 3-0 again. This game. I'll take the Carolina Panthers for a little upset. I'll take the Carolina Panthers to get their first win of the year. Baltimore in Dallas. Dallas got to lose right here. I'll take Kansas City and I'll take my Bengals at home on the Ring of Honor game. I'll take Philly. Oof, San Fran. San Fran always beats LA. I feel like San Fran always beats LA. I'll take LA next round in San Francisco. I'm gonna take them now. And I'm gonna take Detroit to start 3-0 as well. Week 4. In Houston, I'm gonna take the Texans. I'm also not the biggest Texans believer this year. I think they could sneak out of the wild card. I think they could. I think they're going to come back a little bit down to earth. CJ Stroud's still going to have a good year, but I don't know if he's going to have a good year as he did last year. Pittsburgh and Indy. I'll take Indy. Hmm. Broncos, Jets. Take the Jets. I'll take the Chiefs. I'll take Cleveland. I'll take Baltimore in Baltimore. Buffalo falls to 1-3. Tennessee and Miami. Obviously, remember the Titans upsetting on Monday Night Football in Miami last year, but I think it's gonna be a little bit different this year, given the Dolphins. Give me the Bengals. Give me the Niners. On Thursday Night Football, give me a Daniel Jones New York Giants upset. Malik Neighbors has a good game in that one. Just a little bold prediction. In Green Bay, Packers. I'll take the Rams there. I think Caleb's and I was ups and downs early in the year. Um, hmm. I'll take Philly to win that. I'll take Atlanta at home. I'll take Arizona at home. And I'll take Seattle to upset Detroit on the road on Monday Night Football. Those teams always have high scoring, close games. I think it will be no different. And I think Seattle gets an upset. So through 4 weeks, in the AFC, we have the 1 seed Chiefs at 4-0. And we have the 2 seed Dolphins at 4-0. We have the 3 seed Ravens at 3-1. We have the 4 seed Texans at 3-1. We have the 5 seed Jets at 3-1. We have the 6 seed Bengals at 3-1. We have the 7 seed Colts at 2-2. With the Steelers and Jaguars just missing out. In the NFC, we have the 1 seed Niners at 4-0, 2 seed Eagles at 4-0, 3 seed Lions at 3-1, 4 seed Falcons at 2-2, 5 seed Rams at 2-2, 6 seed Packers at 2-2, and 7 seed Cowboys at 2-2. We go into week 5. In Houston, Bills. Josh Allen gets revenge against Stephon Diggs. I'll take Jacksonville. Ooh, early in the season, the Bengals need to start hotter this year. I'll take the Bengals at home. Last year, I took us in Baltimore. I took the Ravens week 2 last year, but I will take the Bengals early in the year this year. Hopefully, turn things around. I'll take the Dolphins to start the season 5-0. Hmm. I'll take the Raiders. I'll take the Broncos next time. Jets, Vikings in London. I'll take Minnesota. Cleveland. Oh, I think I'm gonna take Dallas here. I'm gonna take Dallas here in Kansas City. Atlanta at home, Chicago at home, San Fran at home, Seattle at home. I'll take the Rams at home, going all the way down the home line there. Hmm. In Tennessee, I'll take the Titans. In Tennessee, I'll take the Titans. And Hugh, I'm gonna take the Texans. I think the Patriots could be sneaky in that game, though. I could see the Patriots being a sneaky little upset at home in Gillette. I think they could. They could put up a really good fight there. Steelers Raiders game will be probably 17-13 if I had to guess. I'll take Pittsburgh. AFC North, a bloodbath as usual. Um, Chargers Broncos in Denver. Those teams always split. I'll take Denver at home. Bills Jets. I'll take the Jets in MetLife. That's a Monday Night Football game. Jags Bears. I'm gonna take Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville will be back to their old form. I think they'll be a solid like wild card contender this year, potentially winning the AFC South. Potentially. I'll take Baltimore. Hmm. I want to take Cleveland here. I think Nick Chubb back by now. I'll be back last week, week 5. The Browns have won 3 straight, I believe. Yeah, Browns won 3 straight. I'm gonna say they lose this game, but I could. That's gonna be a close game, and I'll take the Bengals 5-1. Call me biased, whatever. We're 5-1. I'll take the Niners. I'll take the Packers. In New Orleans, I'll take Tampa Bay. The rematch of that crazy Saturday night game last year. In Dallas, I'll take the Cowboys, and I'll take the Panthers at home. I think the Falcons will be a good team, but Carolina at home has the edge for me. Um, in London, this is a neutral site game in London. I'm gonna take the Jags. And here is where I think Miami suffers their first loss. Now in October, the middle of October, it gets a little colder. I know they're in Indy. Obviously, they're in a dome. Doesn't matter. But it gets a little colder. It's where the Miami Dolphins kind of start to go downhill. I'll take Buffalo at home. We're not going to win in Cleveland. It's sad to say, but we're probably not going to win in Cleveland. But like, I have hope every year for us to win in Cleveland, but we just don't. So I'm going to say we lose to the Browns that game. Jets Steelers in Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh. Broncos Saints. Sean Payton returning to his old stomping grounds. I'll take New Orleans. They have New Orleans solid defense. They have solid DBs. Like I think they'll be all right. Probably like 6-7 wins. Houston in Green Bay. Green Bay's 3-3 at home. I'll take the Packers. I'll take the Rams. And here we go. Super Bowl rematch. 5-0 versus 6-0 to this point. This is a must-watch game. This is a can't miss game. You cannot miss this one if you're a fan of the NFL in general. You can't miss this one. The rematch of the Super Bowl. No Trent Williams. Well, Trent Williams probably will be extended by this time. Niners start 6-0 without him. I'm gonna take the Kansas City Chiefs. I think they're that good. I think they're that good. They're on a mission still. They're on a mission to three-peat. I think they're gonna do it. Baltimore on Monday night in Tampa. I could see Tampa being sneaky, but I'll just take them, and I'll take the Chargers to upset. I'll take the Cardinals to upset. In Minnesota, I'm still gonna take Detroit, Atlanta, Philadelphia. Does Philadelphia go to 6-0? I think they do. I think Philadelphia goes 6-0. And Carolina, Washington. I'll take the Commanders. Indy, Houston. In Houston. I took Indy week 1. I'll take Houston now. Baltimore, Cleveland in Cleveland. I'm not the biggest believer in Deshaun Watson. I think the defense will regress a little bit for them. Call me biased, but I'm still gonna take the Baltimore Ravens. I'm still gonna take the Baltimore Ravens. In New England, I think the Patriots sneak out the win. In Foxborough, I think they beat the Jets at least once, and it'll be in Foxborough. Now this, I think we see the upset of the year up to this point. The Las Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium after having the Kermit puppet in training camp. I think the Raiders back it up and they're gonna win the game in Vegas versus Mahomes and company. Packers, Packers, Jags. I'll take Green Bay. Finns at home in Florida. I think that's free money for them. I'll take Detroit. I'll take Buffalo. Buffalo's now won three of their last four since losing the Ravens. Hmm. I'll take the Chargers at home. Herbert's good enough to get him at least a few wins. I'm not the biggest believer in their defense. I'm not the biggest believer in their running backs. I think Glad McConkey will be solid. I think Glad McConkey and Josh Palmer will be solid, but I think Herbert's obviously good enough to get him a few wins. Carolina getting a few wins now. They get that one. I'm taking my Bengals in the whiteout game at home versus Philly, and then Pittsburgh. I could see the Giants upsetting in this game, though. That's the thing. I could see the Giants winning this game. This seems like a game that I think the Giants would win. I'm gonna take the Giants on Monday night. Minnesota Rams. That's a Thursday night game. I'll take Minnesota. I'll take Minnesota. Minnesota. Tre'Davious White is probably gonna have some problems with Justin Jefferson, so Tre'Davious White and Darius Williams, that is. So I think I took Atlanta to beat Tampa at home. I'm gonna take the Bucks. Chicago and Washington. I'll take Caleb and company there, and the Cowboys don't beat the Niners. The Cowboys just don't beat the Niners. So I'll take the Niners. And going into week 9, our standings look like this. There is no longer an undefeated team. The last one was, I believe, the Philadelphia Eagles, who just lost to us. We knocked off the Philadelphia Eagles. I didn't even notice that. The Eagles suffered their first loss versus my boys. Okay. Our standings stand at the Dolphins at 6-1. Their only loss being in Indianapolis in week 7. The Chiefs at 6-1. Their only loss being in Vegas this week. Two undefeated teams get knocked off in the same week. My Bengals at 6-2 at the 3 seed. The Texans at 5-3 leading the South at the 4 seed. The 5 seed being the Baltimore Ravens at 6-2. AFC North a bloodbath as usual. The 6 seed being the Jacksonville Jaguars at 5-3, and the 7 seed being the New York Jets at 4-4. In the 1 in the NFC are the San Francisco 49ers at 7-1, the 2 being the Eagles at 6-1, the 3 being the Lions at 5-2, and the 4 being the Falcons at 4-4 with Kirk Cousins and company. Packers at 5 seed 5-3, Bears 6 seed 4-3, and Cowboys sneaking in at 4-3, just out being the Rams at 4-3. Now we go into about the second half of the season in week 9. After week 12, we're going to switch to the conference view so we can see playoff race and standings. Texans Jets in MetLife on Halloween night. I'll take the Jets. I'll take the Titans. I know I said the Titans are a little low right now for me. I think they'll get up to that 7-8 win mark. I think they'll be solid. I think Will Levis will be a good quarterback and all that. Dolphins suffer their second loss in Buffalo. Bengals keep it going with a win at home against Vegas. Baltimore wins and the Browns win. Colts, Vikings. I'll take Indy. Ooh, this game. Sunday Night Football. Jags, Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to suffer their second loss in a row. Everyone's going to come out their heads and be like, oh my God, same thing as last year in a collapse. I don't think so, but I think they lose 2 in a row here. Jags advance 6-3. Kansas City at home. They keep going. They're 7-1. I had the Commanders winning this game last time. I'll take the Giants at home to go to 3-6. Cowboys Falcons. I'll take Atlanta in Mercedes-Benz. I'll take Carolina at home. Now Carolina's put together a few good games, 2 in a row. 3 out of the last 4. Bears win again. Hmm. I think I think Seattle at home here could be the I think Seattle at home here gets the win. Seattle's now 3-6. And then in Green Bay on November 3rd, in Lambeau in November. Hmm, that's a tough one. These two play twice, obviously. I'm gonna take the Packers to go at the top of the division now and get a win in Lambeau. Week 10 in Baltimore. We won the Week 5 game. I'm gonna go to the Week 5 game. I will be in Cincinnati for that game, but I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens. I'll take the Baltimore Ravens. I'll take Chiefs at home, 8-1. They haven't lost a single step. Mm, this game, Buffalo started 1-3. They've won 4 of the last 5, and I think they keep it going. Josh Allen's on a roll. They're moved to 6-4. Titans, Chargers. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I'm not the biggest Chargers believer, as you can see. Chicago and New England. This could be a close one. I'll take Chicago. I'll take Pittsburgh. Mm. In Jacksonville, I'll take Minnesota. I could see the Cardinals upsetting, but I'm going to take the Jets. I'm going to stick with the Jets. I'm going to take the Texans. Detroit drops 2 in a row. And I'm going to take the Rams on Monday night. Dolphins lose 2 in a row. Giants, Panthers. Now Carolina. If Carolina wins this game, they've put 4 in a row on the board, I believe, right? 3 in a row on the board. And Carolina all of a sudden's 5-5 after getting a good string of wins together. Broncos, Saints, Giants, 3 in a row. Falcons in New Orleans. I'll take the Saints. And that puts the Carolina Panthers at the top of the division. Wow. I'll take Tampa Bay. I'll take Tampa Bay to upset. Good week for the NFC South. Good week for the NFC South. I'll take Tampa Bay on at home to upset San Francisco. And Philly in Dallas. In Dallas. Wait. No. Philly's lost 3 in a row. I think they have to get one here. I'm gonna take Dallas in Philadelphia. I'm gonna take Philadelphia in Dallas. Week 11. Raiders, Dolphins. I have to take the Fins. Ravens, Steelers in Pittsburgh. These two always play like a low scoring, grinded out game. The question is who wins this one? Baltimore's hot right now. Baltimore's hot, and I think they're just on a roll. I'm gonna take the Ravens. I'm gonna take the Steelers in the second game now. I'm taking the Bengals over the Chargers in SoFi. Bills, Chiefs in Buffalo. Buffalo wins again. I think Buffalo wins again. Buffalo's on a roll. Colts, Jets. I'll take Indianapolis to upset. We got a lot of close divisions in the AFC. The Chiefs playing a cupcake division, yo. The Chiefs playing a cupcake division. Okay. Tennessee strings together some wins with a win over the Vikings. Cleveland. I'd take Cleveland here, I think. Take the Rams. I'm gonna take Detroit at home. I'm gonna take the Falcons on the road. And I'm gonna take the Cowboys to string together 2 in a row. I'm not a big believer in the Cowboys. As you can see, I had them losing a few in a row. I'm really not a big believer in them. I think they didn't do enough in the offseason. I think they could have brought in more. What they do, bring in Eric Kendricks and they brought in Eric Kendricks and Mike Zimmer, really. I guess they brought in, didn't they bring in Linval Joseph and Jordan Phillips? But these aren't like top tier free agents. They didn't really do much. Lost Stephon Gilmore, lost Dorrance Armstrong, lost Tyler Biash. I don't think they're really that good. I think they'll be average, maybe a playoff team. We'll see. But Philly at home, Green Bay in Chicago. I just can't. I can't buy Chicago in this game. I really can't. Chicago hasn't been Green Bay in ages. Rodgers is gone. It still didn't happen. So, and I'll take San Francisco. Going into week 12, Steelers Browns. Big AFC North tilt on Thursday Night Football. I'm going to take Pittsburgh. puts the AFC North. The AFC North is such a bloodbath. I hate playing in this division, but I'll take Houston at home. I'll take I'll take the Dolphins to continue. I think the Dolphins are a good team, but the Patriots are the Patriots too low. Should I give the Patriots one more win? I'm gonna give the Patriots one more win. Mm, I'm gonna keep it with the Dolphins. I think the Patriots will be bad, but 2-10. Yeah, I think the Patriots will be bad. I don't know. Brissett Brissett's probably starting by this point. I had to assume Brissett's probably starting by this point. But Broncos Raiders. Who did I take in the last one? I took the Raiders last time. I'll take the Broncos this time to get their third win of the year. Now, Ravens Chargers on Monday Night Football. The Harbaugh brothers go at it in SoFi Stadium. I'm gonna take one of your upsets of the year. I'm not a big Chargers believer, but I think they get it. Jim Harbaugh beats John Harbaugh in his turf, and that's a Monday Night Football game. Detroit snags another, and Kansas City beats the brakes off Carolina. Hmm. Vikings Bears. Did these two play already? I don't remember. They did not. They did not play already. This game, I'm taking Minnesota. Tampa Bay and New York. I'll take New York at home, I guess. Cowboys, Washington. I think I have to take Dallas here. Cardinals, Seahawks in Seattle. In Seattle, I'm gonna take the Cardinals right now. I'm gonna take Seattle when they go to Arizona. And then, ooh, NFC divisional round rematch in Lambeau. A big game for the NFC playoff tilt. But I'm gonna stick with San Francisco. So many weapons across the board. I'm gonna stick with them. I'm gonna stick with them. And Eagles, Rams in SoFi. Give me Matthew Stafford and the Rams. Matthew Stafford, Puka Nakua, Kyron Williams, and Cooper Cup. To get that win. So after week 12, we're gonna go to the conference view and look at the playoff race. An absolute bloodbath in the AFC as usual. This is just a new era of football. There's so many solid teams in the AFC that are winning so many games. Like last year, the AFC wildcard race was absolutely bonkers. But where we stand. Chiefs 1 seed at 9-2, Ravens 2 seed at 9-3, Dolphins 3 seed at 8-3, Texans 4 seed at 7-5, Bengals 5 seed, my Bengals at 8-3, Bills 6 at 7-4, and Steelers at 6-5, hovering around 500 as usual. We have the Jags, Jets, and Browns all at 6-5, with the Titans trailing them at 5-6, and the Colts at 5-7. After that, that's basically your top 12 are basically your playoff contenders in the AFC. After that, it's a big drop off for the Raiders, Chargers, Broncos, Pats. But your top seven in the AFC look good. In the NFC, you have the Niners at 9-2, the Eagles at 8-3, the Packers at 7-4, the Falcons at 6-5, the Lions at 7-4, the Rams at 7-4, and the Bears at 6-5. Just missing out Cowboys at 6-5, Vikings at 5-6, Panthers at 5-6. Panthers having a sneaky solid season. Bryce Young having a better season than year one, and after that's probably where the drop off starts. But your top 10 in the NFC are your playoff contenders, I guess, as we stand. And now we stay at the conference view as we look in the playoff race. AFC North a bloodbath as usual, and the top three teams in the AFC East are looking really good too. So on Black Friday, Kansas City beats Vegas. They split on the season series. In New England versus Indianapolis, I'm going to take the Patriots to get their third win. A big blow for Indianapolis on their playoff hopes. I'm taking my Bengals at home versus Pittsburgh. In Jacksonville this time, a big win. The Jags move to the top of the AFC South, and Cleveland wins against Denver. On Thanksgiving night, the Dolphins aren't winning on Thanksgiving. I'll take Green Bay at home in the cold. It's going to be cold on Thanksgiving. I can't take Tua in that game. I'll take the Falcons. I'll take the Jets. I'll take the Titans to get another win, sneaking their way back into the playoff race. Got a few good wins going. Eagles, Ravens. 8-3 Eagles. I believe coming off a loss to the Rams versus the 9-3 Ravens. I think Baltimore loses two in a row and Philly gets it. In San Francisco and Buffalo. The Bills, they are hot. The Niners are the best team in the National Football League right now, tied with Kansas City. By Kansas City winning the Super Bowl rematch in Week 7. So I'm gonna take the Niners to go to 10-2. Buffalo gets knocked out for now. Bears, Lions. These two have not played yet. In Detroit on Thanksgiving, Lions. Cowboys get revenge for Week 4. I could see Arizona here. I'm gonna take the Cardinals, I guess, there. In New Orleans, I'm gonna take a Saints upset there. And I'm gonna take Tampa. Now it inches things closer in the NFC. Going into week 14. Jags Titans in Tennessee. Have these two played yet? They have not. Right now, I'm gonna take Jacksonville. Later in the year, I'm gonna take Tennessee. Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh won last time on Thursday Night Football just 2 weeks ago, I believe. As we stand right now, week 14, just 2 weeks ago. I'm not a big believer in Deshaun Watson. I think Pittsburgh sweeps. Or do I? Do I think Pittsburgh sweeps? I don't. I don't know. I think Pittsburgh's gonna sweep. I think Pittsburgh's gonna sweep. That's a tough decision to make, but I'm not. I don't like Deshaun Watson. I don't like Deshaun Watson. I think. I don't know. I think the defense is gonna regress there. Amari Cooper's disgruntled. I don't know. I'll take the pick. The Steelers. I'll take Miami at home. Miami stands tall. They've been in the lead of the division pretty much the entire season. I believe they've been in the lead of the division the entire season, and they're gonna stay at 9-4 for now. Is this the season they change the narrative? I think so. Chiefs win again. They're 11-2. Raiders in Tampa. I think I'm gonna take Vegas there. So why not? Both teams 7-5 here. Buffalo coming off a loss. I'll take the Bills. And on Monday Night Football, Bengals, Cowboys. I'm taking my Bengals in a really good Monday Night Football game in AT&T Stadium. We are currently the second seed, Baltimore, moving down to the 5. We are at the top of the North. I took the Packers last time. I'll take the Lions this time. Vikings, Giants, Eagles, Seahawks. I took the Cardinals last time. This is a good game because the Bears need this. The Bears need this. Caleb needs this to stay in the race, and I think he gets it. That's a good game, though. That's a really good one. That's a really intriguing one. Week 15. Dolphins, Texans in Houston. Oh my God, that's a good one. I'll take Houston. Buffalo inching closer to the division. Dolphins undefeated at home, 2-5 on the road. The road being their biggest challenge all year. Bengals, Titans. I could see an upset here. I could. I could see an upset here. I could see an upset. I'll take Tennessee. I really could see an upset there. I could. I could see them upsetting us. Tyler Boyd versus the old team. See it. I'll take the Jets to just inching, trying to get that playoff spot with Aaron Rodgers. The Browns get a big one in Kansas City. Indianapolis gets that. The Ravens get that. Bengals and Ravens fighting for that North at 10-4. Jesus. Chargers, Cardinals. This one right here. Detroit's hot right now. Detroit's won 4 in a row. I think they win 5 in a row. I think the Lions, Eagles, and Atlanta gets back on track. 8-6. Rams, Niners. I believe I took the Niners early in the year, and so I'm gonna take the Rams. I'm gonna take the Rams now. Niners fall 10-4. I'm gonna take Washington here. A little bit of an upset. Dallas, Seattle, and when these two played last time, I took the Vikings. I'll take the Bears. I think they split on the season. Okay. Week 16, we are now down to the final 3 weeks of the season. I'm taking my Bengals at home versus the Browns. A big blow to the Browns' playoff hopes. We move to 11-4. Kansas City beats Houston on Christmas. Gives them one step closer to the number one seed. Pittsburgh beats Baltimore because I believe I had the Baltimore Ravens last time. I did. Pittsburgh beats Baltimore. Hmm. I'm gonna take Tennessee. I think I took. Oh, I took Tennessee last time. I might have to take Indy here. I might have to take Indy. I had to take Indy. That Titans game for the Bengals, I think, is that game that like they shouldn't lose, but they have that one game every year to be like, we shouldn't have lost it, but we did. I'll take Buffalo at home. They want to get in the playoffs. Chargers Broncos last time I took the Broncos. I'll take the Chargers this time, and I'll take Jacksonville to try to hold on to the division. AFC South's intriguing right now. 9-6 Jags, 8-7 Texans. Texans sneaking Steelers, Texans, Browns, all trying to get a spot. They're just out of the playoffs. Rams, Jets. That's a tough one. Jets. They get to 9-6. That division is tight. In Miami, San Francisco, and Miami. Mike McDaniel versus his old team. I'm gonna take the Niners. Bills, Dolphins, Jets. Dolphins, Jets, Bills, neck and neck in the AFC East. Absolute bloodbath there. And there's the Patriots at 3-12 at the bottom. Lions, Bears. I took Detroit last time. I'm gonna take Chicago this time. Chicago now in the 5. Atlanta, if it wasn't already obvious, basically they just clinched the division right with that win. I think Atlanta has clinched the division with that win, and they have clinched a spot in the playoffs, I believe, with that. But yeah, Bucks, Panthers, and Saints all at 5-9. It's not possible after that. That's basically that's the clincher. Okay, Philly, Arizona, Minnesota, Dallas at home. I could see Tampa just spoiling the party for Dallas. I could see Tampa spoiling the party for Dallas. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take Tampa. And then Green Bay. Okay. We enter the final 2 weeks of the season. Chiefs 1 seed 12-3. They win this game, they clinch the AFC. Bengals 2 seed 11-4. Dolphins 3 seed 9-6. Jags 4 seed 9-6. Ravens 5 seed 10-5. Jets 6 seed 9-6. Bills 7 seed 9-6. Steelers, Texans, Browns all at 8-7, looking in, trying to get a playoff spot. In the NFC, Eagles 1 seed 12-3, Niners 2 seed 11-4, Lions 3 seed 12-10-5, Falcons 4 seed 9-6, Packers 5 seed 9-6, Bears 6 seed 9-6, and then Cowboys at 8-7. Rams looking in with the Vikings having an outside shot at getting it. The NFC is more solidified than the AFC. The AFC is always a bloodbath, always in close teams. And yeah, okay. Going into the final 2 weeks, we have the Chiefs and we have the Steelers. On Christmas, taking the Chiefs. They clinched AFC next week. Starters sit. Ravens, Texans in Houston. I think the Ravens crush it. I think the Ravens crush the Texans' hopes. I think the Texans have a disappointing season, and I think the Ravens crush it. I'm taking the Bengals at home. I'll take the Chargers to get that. I'll take. Hmm. I'll take. Who did I have last time? I had the Jags last time. I'm taking the Titans. So the Texans have a chance. Texans have a chance with that. In Buffalo, give me the Jets. I mean the Bills. The Bills move to the top of the AFC East with that. And on Sunday Night Football, Dolphins, Browns. Big game for the Dolphins. I'm taking the Dolphins. They move back up. They move back up over the Buffalo Bills. Browns practically eliminated with that. Colts, Giants, Indianapolis, I think. Raiders, Saints. Hmm. Vegas, I guess. Chicago needs this. I think they get it. I think the Rams, they need this. I think they get it. Falcons clinch the South. I'll take Washington. Packers, Vikings. I took Green Bay last time. But Green Bay knows they need it. It's Sam Darnold at quarterback the entire season. I'm taking the Packers. Tampa at home. So much for that good Panthers 5-5 star or whatever it was. They lost like 6 straight. I'll take Dallas in this game. I took Philly last time. I took Dallas in this game. I took Philly last time. And I'm gonna take NFC Championship rematch. Mm, I feel like I gotta take the Niners just to hold it down. I'm gonna take the Niners to hold it down. And we go into the final week of the season. Playoffs are decided here in Raiders Chargers. The Raiders won week 1 in Los Angeles. Do I think they sweep? I don't think that. I think they sweep. I think they sweep. I think they sweep the Chargers. 6-11. They both finished 6-11. Chiefs Broncos. Chiefs sitting starters. Broncos get that. Chiefs finish 13-4. Broncos finish 4-13. Texans Titans. I think the Titans still have an outside chance of getting in the playoffs. I believe if I did that and the Jets lost, that might be actually the Titans' fate might be solidified already. Actually, in that case. I'm going to take the Texans because the Texans have a chance, I believe. If the Jags lose, the Texans win the South. So it's a Texans win and a Colts win wins the Texans the South. But I think Jacksonville's going to be back to their form. And I think the Jags are going to win the AFC South. I think the Jags win the AFC South. I need to check something real quick. I can't have that happen then. I can't have that happen. I can't have the Ravens win the division. I can have Cleveland beat them. So Ravens, I'm gonna have us lose, but Cleveland also wins. So I have to have my Bengals win the division. I have to have my Bengals win the division. I'm taking Pittsburgh to go 9-8. Pittsburgh finishes the season at 9-8 yet again, and Cleveland finishes at 9-8 as well. Buffalo and New England. Buffalo needs this to get in the playoffs. If they lose, there's a way for them to get out. I think. Oh, is there? Miami lose to the Jets. Miami clinched division. I think. No, they did not. They did not because the Bills win and the Jets lose. So I took Miami over the Jets last time. I'm gonna take. Uh, Bills already lost. Bills clinched the playoffs already. Bills clinched the playoffs already. So I'm gonna have Buffalo losing to New England. Buffalo finishes 10-7. I think they'd have more of a motivation if there was a no playoffs in equation. And then Oh my God, that puts Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Oh my God, that puts Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Oh my God, that puts Pittsburgh in the playoffs another year. You're kidding me. That puts Pittsburgh in the playoffs another year. Oh my God. That's what I think happens. I think the Miami Dolphins win the division finally. I think the Bills streak's finally broken. So with that, the AFC standings finish out as Chiefs 1, 13-4, Bengals 2, 12-5, Dolphins 3, 11-6, Jags 4 at 10-7, Ravens 5 at 11-6, Bills 6 at 10-7, and the Steelers sneak in for another year at 9-8. Texans, Jets, Browns all just miss at 9-8. And your AFC is another bloodbath with teams being good again. Moving over to the NFC, I think the Rams know they need this. They get it. Seahawks finished 5-12, Rams finished 10-7. Niners get it, move up to the 1 seed. Packers beat Chicago. Chicago still in the playoffs, but Dallas wins, knock Chicago out of the playoffs. Chicago and Caleb Williams year 1 just misses. Tampa beats New Orleans. Who did I have last time? Detroit or Minnesota? I had Detroit last time. But I think I think the Lions win the division, so I think Packers win the division with that win. The Packers, Jordan Love and the Packers win the division. Yet again, Detroit at 5 at 11-6. Atlanta wins that, or I'm gonna say Carolina because Atlanta already clinched, and then Philly. Philly gets the 1 seed, and that's your NFC playoff standings. Number 1, Philly at 13-4. Number 2, 49ers 13-4. Number 3, the Packers win the North at 11-6. Number 4, Falcons at 9-8. They win the South by 1 game in the end, but it was farther than that. Lions get the 5 seed at 11-6. Rams 6 seed at 10-7, and Cowboys 10-7 at the 7 seed. Chicago Bears just miss out at 10-7 in the 8 seed. So going into the playoffs, these are your playoff matchups. In the AFC, we're going to start off at the AFC side. Ravens, Jags in Jacksonville. Lamar's a bad playoff performer at 5, but he went 11-6. The Jags went 10-7. I think the Ravens just have the better team. They're better coached. I just think they're more prepared for this. Other than Lamar, I just think they're more prepared for this opportunity. They want a vengeance from last year, losing the championship game. I'm going to take the Baltimore Ravens. And we have an AFC East game, a very good game. Probably looking at it will be one of the premier games of the weekend. Buffalo, Miami. In week 2 in Miami, we had the Miami Dolphins winning, and in week 9, we had the Buffalo Bills winning. As the 6 seed, even though the Miami Dolphins win the division, I think the Buffalo Bills win. Number 6 seed, Buffalo Bills win in Miami, and they advance to the divisional round. Josh Allen is a better playoff performer than Tua Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins win. And I'm taking my Bengals over the Steelers. The 9-8 Steelers, the Bengals should win this game 30-7, like the Bills did last year. The Bengals should win this game by a good margin, and I'm going to take the Bengals. So in the AFC, Ravens, Bills, Bengals in the wild card. In the NFC, the Detroit Lions were here last year. They've been here before. I cannot take Kirk Cousins against them. The Lions got too many playmakers. I just can't take Kirk Cousins and the Falcons, even at home. It was a good season, Falcons, but Raheem Morris, great year. Kirk Cousins, great year. Great story for Kirk Cousins to go to Atlanta, but I just can't take him over Detroit. I think Detroit is just as good as Green Bay in that case, but Rams, Packers. I'm going to take Jordan Love to win and go to the divisional round for a second straight year over the Rams at home in the regular season. In the regular season, I did have the Rams at home, but in the playoffs, I'm going to take Green Bay at home. And the Cowboys don't beat the Niners. We've established that the Cowboys don't beat the Niners. In the regular season, I also had the Niners at home. So, I don't think the Lions and Falcons played in the regular season. I don't think they did. Yeah, the Lions and Falcons did not play in the regular season. So we have one, two, three, four rematches and two new games in the wild card round. Moving on to the division round. We got some good games. We got some good games. Some really, really good games starting in the AFC. This matchup, yet again, these two fan bases, the Purple People versus Houday Nation. I'm not betting against my guys in this one. Come on, at Paycor Stadium, the better playoff performer in Joe Burrow, the division champions, and they back it up by winning this game against the Ravens. Ravens go home. That will be a really good playoff matchup, though. That would be a crazy playoff matchup. And again, these two meet again. And these two meet again. It's just every single year in the playoffs almost. It feels like these two meet again in the divisional round again too. The 6 seed Buffalo Bills, the 1 seed Kansas City Chiefs. And I gotta take Mahomes. I gotta take Mahomes. I gotta take Mahomes at home again. He still can't beat Josh Allen in the playoffs. In the regular season, I had the Buffalo Bills beating them at home. And in the Bengals Ravens regular season, I had us splitting. I was winning week 5, and I had the Ravens winning week 10. But we get the last laugh. Packers Niners in this matchup. San Francisco, a divisional round rematch from a year ago. Same thing as Buffalo and KC. This time, I think Jordan Love and the Packers get it done. I think Jordan Love and the Packers get it done. I think this time they're going to get it done. They're a better team. Jaden Reed's gonna produce more than he did in year one. Christian Watson's going to be better. Dontavian Wick's going to be better. Josh Jacobs is there now. They got a solid O line. Like they're gonna be a better team. The defense is still really good. Jair Alexander is still one of the best in the league. Xavier McKinney back there now. They're gonna be a really good team, and I think they're gonna be even better than they were last year. And Jordan Love's gonna have a really good year. And I think the Packers upset the San Francisco 49ers on the road. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles get it done as the 1 seed at home. And then we go to the conference championship rounds. These two meet again. Burrow, Mahomes in the AFC Championship game. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. It's going to be so tough to go win an Arrowhead. The Chiefs won week 2 in the regular season in Arrowhead. And I hate to say it, but I have to pick the Chiefs. I can't. I'm gonna get called biased if I pick the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl, but I have to pick the Chiefs at home. Uh, it sucks, but I hate the Chiefs. But Burrow and Mahomes meet again. Those two phenoms. It's great. The top 2 seeds in the AFC. Another AFC championship, the third AFC championship game between them, and the Chiefs win. And we see this game Friday night. We see this game Friday night in Brazil. The Packers and the Eagles. The Eagles are much improved from last year. I think they're going to be back to their final form. They just brought in Jahan Dotson. Saquon Barkley's there now. That's still a really great offensive line, even without Jason Kelsey. The best offensive line coach in the league. Kellen Moore at OC now. Vic Fangio at DC. Made a lot of improvements. Darius Slay still there. Picked up 2 corners in the draft. Jeremiah Trotter as a linebacker now. I think they go back to the Super Bowl. I think they go back to the Super Bowl, and I think I think they do it. And in the Super Bowl, a rematch from Super Bowl 57. I hate to say it, and the narratives on the GOAT will change tremendously after this game. And it pains me to say it, but my gut tells me that they're going to be the first team ever to three-peat, with the Kansas City Chiefs being your Super Bowl champions for the third year in a row. My gut tells me they're going to three-peat. My gut tells me they're the best team in the league still. My gut tells me they play in the AFC West with 3 not very good teams. It's just, they're such a good team. And that is the playoff bracket, as you can see on the board. And those are my 2023 to 2024, or my 2024 to 2025, sorry, I'm thinking of last year. Super Bowl 59 champions in New Orleans are the Kansas City Chiefs. The worst team in the league being the Denver Broncos, Commanders, Patriots. That's a draft order, as you can see. But yes, I think that they're gonna do it again. Pains me to say, but I just have a gut feeling they're gonna three-peat, and Mahomes has done things that nobody ever has done, and I think he's gonna do it again. And the GOAT narratives around him will be unbearable if he does it again. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, this was like a 50-minute video, almost an hour worth video. Please like the video. This took a pretty long time, so it would be great. I would appreciate like and subscriptions. But guys, yeah, it's my NFL season prediction, award predictions coming tomorrow, and week one picks coming on Wednesday. So we got some videos cranking out now. We're gonna start trying to be more consistent. And yeah, that is it. Hope you guys enjoy. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.